Just gonna smile. Today we thought we would do a video about one of Ani's very favorite things, one of my very favorite things, books. Specifically, we're gonna do her top 10 favorite books from 0 months to her age now, which is about 18 months. And while she does vary in which books she likes, these are some consistent favorites that she's had. And I did split them into 2 categories, with 5 books being shorter, fewer words per page, and 5 books being longer and wordier. She's perfectly happy to sit through even a wordy book, particularly if it's interesting to her. However, I know a lot of kids aren't. They're too busy and they like shorter books. So that's what I've got. I also have a few bonus books, but let's just get into it. We'll start with the shorter books with fewer words. And if I remember right, I kept it to like 5 or fewer words per page. So one of her consistent favorites from birth till now is, she's making noises, Hello Baby Animals. This was one of the very first books that she learned by title, and when it was on her bookshelves, if we said, hey, go get Hello Baby Animals, she would get this just by seeing the spine and run it back to us. It's a very simple book, high contrast, so it's great for little ones doing tummy time. They can just look at it, and it's great for brain development. They do make some other ones. I think they have like Hello Baby Sea Animals or something, but this is the only one that we have. One of her other favorites, since she was tiny, is actually a series. We have a few of them, but I only grabbed one, and that is My Food, Mi Comida. This is great if you're trying to be a bilingual family, and even if you aren't, honestly, we really like it. Some of the other titles are My Animals, Mis Animales. Hang on, Ani. She's like, why do you have these books and not read to me? My Shapes, Mis Formas, My Clothes, Mi Ropa. Anyway, you get the idea. They're just really simple illustrations, and it just has the word in English and Spanish. And like I said, she's loved this one since she was little as well. The next one's kind of random. I'm not sure what the appeal is to her, but she has always loved this book, and that is Potty. Again, very simple pictures, very simple sentences, easy to follow along with. This one's great. Also, bonus with that one is it gets your kiddo ready for potty training, hopefully. The next one, I just grabbed one. Again, it's a series, and we have quite a few. This one's Feelings. I think we also have Baby on the Move and a few others. These specifically are good only because she loves looking at other people, and they use realistic pictures. And again, if she wasn't in the mood to be read to, there are not very many words per page. So really anything with little kid faces or people's faces, most kids really like looking at that. And then the last one is My Little Animal Book. It's by Pretty Books, P-R-I-D-D-Y. We have a bunch of these books, and honestly, she loves all of them. The 100 First Words, I think she has like My Little Dinosaur Book. She has a bunch of different ones. Again, it just goes back to realistic pictures, not many words to read. This was another great one for tummy time because it was big. The pictures would hold her attention. Now we usually use it just for animal identification. So I might open it and say, hey, can you point to the bear? And she'll point to the bear. Pretty simple. The nice thing about this one is in the back couple pages, there are some activities like matching the pattern to the animals and then like a look and find. So those are our top five favorite with not many words on them. This next category was actually a little harder to pick because she loves actual stories and being read to. So I picked 5 of her consistent favorites. The first one up is a Fisher-Price book, M is for Monkey. This is an alphabet book and it rhymes. You'll see that a lot of these books rhyme. I don't know if that's why she likes them or if it's just a coincidence, because she does like books that don't rhyme as well. But I feel like in general with little kids, if a book rhymes, they're that much more likely to enjoy it. So again, it just goes through 2 letters per page and then like a little story about the monkey, simple pictures, and really actually now that I think about it, this one doesn't have too many words, particularly if you kind of average them out over the 2 pages. So M is for Monkey. The next one with a little bit wordier is Mr. Brown Can Moo, Can You? I cannot tell you the number of times I've read this book. I don't know if you can see. It is very well loved. Rhyming, funny sounds. I do different voices. She loves this one. And she's really not a huge Dr. Seuss fan, at least compared to other books. But this one is a hit. This recent one, or this next one, recently I have read, woo, you okay? Baby down, baby down. This next one is a new favorite. We were gifted it a while ago, and I actually think at this point we have 2 copies, a paperback and a hardback board book. But we tend to read the board book, and that is the classic, We're Going on a Bear Hunt. If you've never read this book before, it's very repetitive in that the sort of first page repeats itself over and over, and then you meet an obstacle, and then they go through the obstacle. She loves this book. I'm probably right now reading it on average 5 times a day. She just really likes it. The next one up is also a newer book to us. I had a friend send it to me. We call Ani the Banshee because she has a very distinctive scream, and she's had it since she was in the NICU. And so I just very lovingly call her Banshee. And one of my friends from college saw this book on Amazon and decided we needed to have it. And it has become a massive hit. And that is Hush Now Banshee. It is a counting book. It does rhyme, so you count from 1 to 10. There's little creatures on each page. And then in addition to, you know, working on numbers 1 to 10, there's a sort of a theme of teaching the Banshee how to be a good friend, and that is she's a little too loud for all the other creatures, and so they're helping her learn to enjoy quiet time. This one's a big hit. This one does take a while to read. There are quite a few words on each page, so if you don't have a kiddo that likes sitting and listening, this one is a little bit long. She loves it. Again, she would happily let me read it to her infinitely daily. Last but not least, in like the wordier category, is this one, I Love You Through and Through. Again, this one is a series, and we do have another one. I think I have, like, How Much Do I Love You or something. But there's, How Do I Love You? 10 Tiny Toes, Sweet Child of Mine, and on and on. She has always loved this one. I guess now that I'm looking at it, this one isn't too wordy. So I guess this one can fall into not too many words. You know, there's only short sentences or a continuation of a sentence per page. So, I don't know why I thought this one was wordy. The other one is, though. That I remember. But she loves this, and she likes the other books in this series. And then on top of those, I have 2 bonus books for you, but they're really more sort of categories of books. And the first one is in these indestructible books. You know, you can't rip them. Like, you really can't rip them. They do wrinkle. That's fine with me. Ani, when she's in her car seat and wants to look at a book by herself, every now and then she'll get bored, like most kids do, and chew on them. Board books, obviously, periodically, she'll get chunks of cardboard in her mouth. And while they probably don't hurt her, I'd like to avoid it if possible. So these books are great for that. They're also waterproof. This one, at least, I don't know if all of them don't have too many words per page. And this one's also bilingual. This one was actually sent to us by someone, and I have no idea who, so I need to kind of reach out, ask my friends and family if they sent it so I can thank them. But these indestructible books are great, particularly if you want your kiddo to be an independent reader without destroying the books that you bought. And then the last bonus book category are these giant look-and-finds. We have a bunch of look-and-finds for as she gets older, but I've started to find some of these toddler-friendly ones. They're board books. She loves these. There's not so much of a story, but they're great for working on focus. And I'll ask her, you know, like, Ani, where's the doggy? And she'll look around and point to the doggy. And Ani, where's the drum? And she'll look around and point to the drum. She loves these. We have this one. We have a Doc McStuffins one. I feel like we have one other kind of toddler-friendly one, but I can't think of it right now. But she's a huge fan of these. In general, she's just a kid that likes reading, so I know it's a little easier for us than some people, but I have had people ask me, what do I do if my kiddo doesn't like sitting still and listening to books? And I am not a professional, but there are definitely days when Ani isn't as interested in me reading to her as she normally is, and on those days, I just read while she's playing. At this age in particular, she understands a lot of what I say, and I'll tell her, you can go play, and mommy's going to read to you while you play. And then I just read her a couple books, and we leave it at that. And then I take advantage of the days where she really is into reading, and we read a bunch. I counted one day and we'd read like 63 different times. Obviously some of those were repeats because there are... What's wrong? You want down? There are some books that she likes having read over and over and over, and other books it's kind of a one and done situation. But those are our top 10 plus 2 bonus favorite books from age 0 to 18 months. Hopefully you like this, and this little one I think is gonna go for a nap now. Bye. Can you say bye bye? Say bye 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 bye. Can you blow a kiss? Mwah. Bye.